Geoffrey, Neill.
I was really excited today because I was outside, I was getting some stuff, and when I'm outside and no one is around, like I love to sneeze. Like it just like, it's like a full-on release. Just like, I mean, like, and no coverage, just going for it, because no one's around, and like, it's just like particles, it's like a star shower of like saliva. I love it. It's like, and I like to be outside because I don't sneeze daintily. Like it's like some sort of typhoon, like out of my nasal. And so like, but being inside and around people, like sneezing, not cool. It's not cool. Like it's pretty much leveled up to like the worst thing that you can do. Like I was in a grocery store and I sneezed. Oh man, everybody around me, instant rage. Like instant rage. Like it was like I was defiantly opposing their political beliefs. Like, yeah, I'm like, achoo, with defiance and spite. And they're like, oh, they're like, oh, our judgment is final. And so yeah, I mean, but I had a mask. And but sneezing in a mask, nobody wants that. Yeah, not a good idea. Like, and so like, I'm like, so you don't want to sneeze in a mask, but then you do. Like it's like, I mean, it's like regardless of whether you want it to happen, it happened. Like, oh, it's happening. It's like the oral form of shitting your pants. And the pants are on your face. Just like, right? Wet diaper. Just boop, right on your lips. It gets the lips. Oh, it's so bad. Like, I rarely do you get to witness this, but I've seen it before. The telltale wet spot on their mask. Have you seen that? Like, I've seen it. I've had it before. I've had it. Like, it's like a dark piece of disgrace. It says, "This is the covering, is the pants that you shat." Like, that's it. Yeah, I just wish I didn't have bad breath. I wish that I was that guy that could like just sneeze in my mask and like it smells minty fresh. Like it's just like wet and minty. Wish I was that. Yeah. So I have a CPAP. I don't know if you know this, but like when I sleep, I hold my breath for a long time. Like my body has just like decided to aggressively give up. Like I'm like, oh man, it looks like it's time to go night-night, and my body is saying it's time to throw a 6-year-old tantrum. Like I'm like, like I wanted second dessert. So I'm destined to die like a Darwinian death. Like so at night I wear a CPAP. And that's a machine that pushes air up your nose, which is good because, like, I read a book that you should breathe through your nose. Like, the whole book is not about breathing up your nose. It's about breathing, which is a topic you really shouldn't have to read a whole book about. But only the first 4 chapters were about the benefits of breathing through your nose, and like it's like lowers your blood pressures, it straightens your teeth. I didn't know this, but I didn't think that I was a mouth breather until I started realizing all the times that I mouth breathed. Like have you ever attempted to breathe through your nose when you exercise? Like this seems like it would be something that would be easy. Like, and if easy, like you mean booger drowning. like I thought like just going to the gym was embarrassing, but like, I pick up a 5-pound weight and I'm like, I'm only going to use my nose. And then I sound like I'm antagonizing my 8-year-old sister's scratch and sniff collection. I'm like, I'm like, come on, calm down on my stationary bike. Like, so that the snot can stop waterboarding me. Like I have government secrets. So, all right. And the thing is, I already knew that I breathed out my mouth. Like I breathed out my mouth at night because I snore like a jackhammer. But even with a CPAP, like, which is supposed to help you with snoring, my body is actually like finding new ways to kill me. So okay, so one of the things, like, have you ever like put your mouth on someone else's nose and blown? Like it honks out their mouth. And it's a thing. I actually looked it up. It's called murphing. And if you're looking it up, do not spell it with a PH. That's something else. It's M-U-R-F. Yeah, that's or you could call it nasal blasting. But when you're close, it's when you close your lips around the nose and then forcefully blow. It's not something you do. Like, it's not something I encourage you to do to those that you love, because like, it's everybody that has it done to them hates you. But I bring it up because my CPAP is murphing me. And so my body has decided to like stop air from going from my nose to my lungs and just like bypasses it to go straight out my mouth, like I'm a human didgeridoo, just like. So all night I like snore honk. I'm like, oh. And so I read my breathing book, and I realized it's actually dangerous to murph myself all night. So I fixed it. I found a way to fix it. Actually, a little tip from the book: I taped my mouth shut.
Oh no!
I taped it shut with athletic tape. Yeah, and and this, the first night I did this, I didn't tell Crystal that I was doing it. I'm like, this isn't sexy. I'm like, but also like, I didn't tell her because my mouth was taped shut. And and so like, she got up to the bathroom and she like thought we were normal. And then she got back and she's like, like, this is like a Halloween tale, because she's like, is this a post-apocalyptic hospital? Like, she's like, yeah. So that was a scary moment for her. Okay, I've noticed that some people talk about wine too much. Like, I was in the airport and there was like a restaurant with wine, and this group was behind me and they got a wine flight, and like, good for them, like 3 wines. That's awesome. Like, but then this one guy, the loud one, was like, he starts talking about the structure of wine. Like, I'm like, I don't want to be judgy, but like, you're in an airport. Like, I get it. Like, you're not going to drink the fucking, Merlot or whatever the sideways thing is. But like, your statements about, having an earthy bouquet on the wine or whatever is not going to cloak your douchebaggery. Like, I don't want to be around you when you're doing that. Like, there's just too much wisdom. Okay, so, this is prior to the second grade. If I pooped at the school, I didn't like to wipe my butt. Like, maybe I just didn't know all the techniques, or maybe like I was just not convinced of the ramifications. But like, I just knew I needed to get out of the bathroom quick. Like, I had to get in, get out. Just like, even if at lunch you had an itchy butthole, like, just because you didn't want people to actually think that you were pooping. That's why the speed, because I didn't want Geoff to point out to everyone that I was in the bathroom 5 minutes rather than 2, right? But in the second grade, there was like this turning point for me. Like, it was just like this. I shifted from being afraid of the time implications to, actually taking the time to wipe. Like, it was just a shift, and so this was the moment. This was the moment. I'm going to tell you the moment that happened. All right, so I had just finished pooping, and it was probably during math, and again, I'm against the clock, right? And I dropped the deuce, standing up to leave, right? In and out, and then that's when I hear above me. You're not going to wipe your butt? I'm like, I look up. You're like, God. Right? I look up. Scott Gregory is God there. Right? He's right there. And there he is. He's like balancing on the next door toilet. And hands on the little stall, peeking over, and like his head looking down on me, and he knows too much. And so now that I'm reflecting, like, Scott Gregory was in 4th grade, like, so I don't know what he was doing in the 2nd grade bathroom. all I know is I begin giving him excuses. I give him excuses because I'm scared. Like, I didn't need to wipe my butt because my poop is clean. I don't know what I said, but I was giving him excuses. And but I was caught. I was caught. I need to get out of that stall quick. I had crazy eyes, I'm sure. Like, I'm thinking, oh man, everyone's gonna know I pooped. Like, and now I have shame for not wiping my butt, which I didn't want to do anyway. But I don't want everybody to know I didn't want to do that. If I could explain, I'd be like, I would take care of it if there was a situation. But here's the deal. Like, I just don't have the time to spend down there. So, like, and now that I'm reflecting, like, in order for Scott to have full, like, pooping and non-wiping information, like, there was a lot of time knowledge there. Like, how long was he there? Like, did Mr. Seeley know? Like, what? Yeah. And so what's weird is, like, and I just remembered this, so I don't know how badly it fucked me up, but like, what's weird, because I had shame around him catching me not wiping rather than him having shame for being there.
Yes.
Right? So, like, in retrospect, I'm thinking, I realized, like, bad on him. Right? And you know what? Good on me, right? Because it was that turning point. It was my turning point. It was that complicated moment in the second grade bathroom stall. It gave me that confidence to consider spending that extra precious 30 seconds so that I can have a cleaner tomorrow. Right. Thanks, everyone. Have an amazing night. There's some amazing comedians coming your way.
Yes. Yes.